Hi, my name is Whitney Lawrence, and for my final project, I decided to discuss option number one. In the past, men have generally ruled the political game, and as gender roles have kind of blurred, women have become more involved in the workforce and in politics. Yet there's still a gender gap, especially in the recruitment and emergence stage of politics. And I think the best way to kind of discuss the reason why there's a gender gap is focusing on the theory of gender socialization. First of all, it's important to define political ambition. Political ambition is broadly defined by Lawless and Fox as the desire to acquire and hold political power through electoral means. Political ambition leads to the emergence of political careers. However, there's a major gap between men and women entering the political realm, which shows that there's a gender gap in political ambition. Lawless and Fox show that 47% of women compared to 64% of men have considered candidacy, which shows a gender gap of 17% in political ambition. So obviously there's some room for growth. There are many different theories that kind of explain the possible reason for gender gap in political ambition, but the theory that I feel like best describes that is gender socialization theory. This theory kind of studies three main things. First of all is traditional family role orientations. Second is masculinized ethos, and third is gendered psyche. So the traditional family role orientation shows that even if both the husband and the wife have careers, the wife is usually the one that takes care of the household chores, such as child rearing and maintaining order and cleanliness in the home. This typically discourages political ambition for women because they already have two full-time jobs. They're a homemaker and a breadwinner. So adding political office would be adding like a third job. So that's way too much. That usually causes women to shy away from political ambition. Second is masculinized ethos, which shows that the public still prefers the traditional political candidate, which generally favors men. Eliminating gender stereotypes in political and professional world will make it possible that women can have a political career and also have an active family life. Unfortunately, there's still much work to do in order for this to be accomplished. And finally, Lawless and Fox define the gendered psyche as deeply ingrained imprint that propels men into politics, but relegates women to the electoral periphery. This inhibits women from entering the political world because it establishes men as the one traditionally involved in politics. Lawless and Fox continued by stating that the gendered psyche imbues many women with a sense of doubt as to the ability to thrive in political sphere. The same deeply internalized attitudes about gender roles in women and men's receptivity in the political arena lead men to envision and, in some cases, embrace the notion of running for political office. So closing the gender gap in political ambition will change public policy in three major ways. Number one is that as women increase their representation in the legislature, more laws will pass that deal with women's issues, such as reproductive health and rights that reflect and address the desires of the female population. Number two is policies in the workforce that encourage equal leave will change the benefits not only for women but men as well, and the gender gap will decrease. Slaughter kind of talked about this a little bit when she told the story about the ACLU Foundation replacing their parental leave with family leave policy, allowing as much as 12 weeks leave for not only like new parents, but also employees that need to care for a spouse, a child, or ill parents. A third policy that would occur is equal pay for equal work. So according to the U.S. Census Bureau in 2013, women who worked full-time earned on average only 78 cents for every dollar men earned. Figures are even worse for women of color. So African American women earned only approximately 64 cents and Latinas only 56 cents for each dollar earned by a white male. Increasing women in politics will increase the possibility that policies related to equal pay will be passed. The gap will naturally be diminished as policies discussed above will be implemented. So as women's reproductive and health issues are passed, as well as equal leave and equal pay for equal work, as these policies are passed and put into place, this will encourage women to be politically ambitious because their basic needs are being met, and it's answering the questions and the concerns that they have, and freeing up some of that time that they spend with those concerns so that they can focus on becoming politically active. A second solution to mitigating the gap is to close or to educate the younger generation. Young children will need to be taught because it's shown that youth and young adults already have ingrained gender stereotypes. And so focusing on the children and helping by teaching, I don't know if that makes sense, helping them to realize their potential and how women can be actively participating in politics will help them erase those gender stereotypes that are already being implemented in these young generations. So those are the solutions that I've come up with to help mitigate the gap in the political ambition, and I hope that these things come to pass so that women can be more actively involved in politics. Thank you.